Welcome to the McAllister Report. We join John McAllister, top football evaluator, as he shares wisdom and interviews coaches and athletes from around the country. Enjoy today's podcast.
Hello, I'm John McAllister with the McAllister Scouting Report. And today, my guest is an offensive lineman, only going to be a junior, class of 2026, but he's 6'7", right around 280, and he's going to be a very good offensive lineman on the next level. Comes from Miami Trace High School down in the southwest of Columbus, I think. Nathan Guthrie is a good basketball player. He plays varsity. He's played last year, and he's 6'7", like I said earlier, 280. Like the way he moves on the floor, and plays left tackle. And he's big, and he wants to be good. He works at it really hard, and I've never met him before, like a lot of these guys I have, but it's really, really good to get to know him. He's really laid back, and talk with junior to be Adam Guthrie. As I said earlier, my guest today is Adam Guthrie, a big 6'7", 70 pounds?
80.
280 pounds, and he has to promise me that he will not get any bigger before he goes to college as far as weight-wise. I think every offensive lineman's got to be big ones, 285 or below, because still the key is to run and move your feet. Okay. End of that conversation, but we'll talk later. Adam, what made football? I know you played basketball and you even played AAU basketball. What makes football so attractive?
Just playing from a little age. I've always been bigger than everyone, so it always just came to me, and just developing as I got older and coming to the player I am now.
That's good. And what's the hardest part about playing football?
Playing on line is tough because defensive line, they can do anything. But O-line, you can't hold, can't do anything.
That's true. What's really, really good about playing football?
You get to hit someone every time.
That's good. And not get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Not get in trouble. Okay. What do you feel? You're going to be a senior. No, you're going to be a junior, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you feel has been some of the keys to your success so far?
I feel like I'm just more athletic than most people at my position, so I can block in space, I can move, and just my size just comes into play.
Obviously. I watched you on the bat. I looked at some of your highlight clips in basketball, and you got a little drop step, you got a little touch around the basket and things like that. And I even saw you go straight up and block a shot. That's pretty good for a sophomore as big as you are, carrying all that kind of weight and everything. So that's really good.
Thank you.
Has there been anybody that's kind of pushed you along the way and encouraged you that you look back and say, man, I really appreciate that? Is anybody like that? It can be anybody, parents, coaches, or anybody.
Family's really pushed me. Big brother pushes me a lot. He's my number one supporter and my number one fan.
Where'd he go?
He went to Campbell, North Carolina.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
Playing down there? Has he graduated? Or
he was a freshman this year.
Oh, okay. Campbell. It's really
he pushes me a lot, and he's always there for me. So he's probably my biggest one that pushes me the most.
That's really good. That's good. Okay. Let's talk about school next. Is school like a foreign country to you, or do you do well in school, or you get after it a little bit?
I do. I always do well in school. My parents that's their main focus. Just academics come first. So I always have A's, B's.
That's really favorite subject.
Every subject.
Favorite? No favorite.
I thought you said favorite. Math when I get it.
Oh man, that's tough. Adam, that's tough math stuff. If you ever get it, you're going to be okay. It was hard for me. Okay. My first silly question, and you're young, but was last year, was there even a freshman, was there a time when you said, I got to step it up. I got to get after it. I got to push myself.
Last year it was big. We started off 1-2, so I knew like I had to be better. We had to be better. So I think we finished 7-3 on the season, or 6-3, or 6-4. So we came around. So I just really took that on me to improve myself.
How did you improve?
Technique wise, stay better, got stronger, played way harder. Don't take any plays off.
That's hard. But playing both ways, I think guys have to take plays off a little bit if you're playing both ways all the time. But as an offensive lineman, if that's your main thing, you just can't take plays off.
Yeah.
Because your quarterback, your running backs will get killed. You don't want your buddies to get killed. But if they can play off like that. Okay, that's really good. What's your biggest strength as a player?
I think my biggest strength is my athleticism. I feel like I'm more athletic than most people my size. So I think it really just comes in my favor.
Tell me what athleticism means to you.
My ability to move laterally, forward is.
It's really good, and it'll get better. Do you do much with your feet, training wise, and stuff like that? Things like that.
I usually try to work on my footwork at least once a week.
Do you? Yeah, and I know it sounds silly, but jumping rope is a good thing to do. I mean, really, I think that's so important, and I think it's so important for big guys like you. You just can't get too heavy now in high school because it's going to slow you down. It's really, and right now colleges, as you know, in the old days, maybe when your grandpa played, it was all double tight ends and just run. And now it's just the opposite. You got to be able to step out. You got to be able to lead, all those kinds of things. That's good. It's really good. Tell me about film study. Do you do much of it? Look at videos and your videos.
Saturday mornings after every game, we come in as a team, watch film Saturday mornings around a mile. But I usually watch a couple hours of film every week by myself.
Well, if you do, that's really good. Of yourself and of your opponent.
Yeah.
Of your opponent. You may just watch it and you may sense something your opponent's doing, and boy, he tips you off. Maybe if he's angling or something like that, he's doing something a little different. Or, if he's coming with an all-out bull rush pass, he's doing something different. That's really good. And that makes you better. I really, what you guys have with Huddle now and, computers and phones and all that stuff, it's easy. It's easy to do that. And I think it's so good. Has there ever been a top sports moment for you so far where you're going to tell your buddies, you're going to call your brother and say, hey, this happened? Is there anything like that so far?
I think it was this year. We played Washington Courthouse, which is our crosstown rival.
Right.
And it was a big game. And I think I played my best game of the year that game.
So you rose to the occasion.
Yes.
And that's really good. It's good, Adam. We talked about, here's my next silly question for you. If you could trade places with somebody for one day, it could be anybody, male, female, anybody. Who would you and why? Who would you trade places with and why? And it can be a sports. It doesn't have to be a celebrity. Who's someone? Give me an idea.
Probably George Kittle. Seems like a fun guy.
Excuse me. I think he is a fun guy. He's a little quirky, I know, but he can play.
Yeah.
And he's got a very attractive wife too, so you don't want to forget that either. Okay, it's good. What words do you live by? I mean, and I tell everybody, I've got God in Christ. You have given me everything I need. I got that. I got sports. What is there any cliche that you kind of live by? Your coaches have pushed on you or anything like that?
Family, work hard, and determination is probably the best one.
What's the last one?
Determination.
Determination. Yeah. They're three pretty important things. Now, you're going into your junior year. What advice would you tell a freshman? Maybe he's even dragging and kind of, you've been through all this stuff.
Yeah.
Especially that freshman, especially the sophomore year. Let's go to a sophomore because that's a tough year. You got to decide if you want to stay with it or not. What would you tell a sophomore that is struggling a little bit?
Just stay focused and just stay tuned in and don't let one distract you or anything.
And you're one play away sometimes, aren't you?
Yeah.
Especially if the guy's not getting to play. What if he's getting beat up? He's trying. He's just not as good or as you guys. What would you tell him if he's getting hammered on?
Just keep telling them they're making us better. Playing scout team to making us the starters better.
Boy, that's sharp. That's good. Thanks, Adam. I got to remember that one. I may want to use that sometime. Okay, another question, and I think we talked about it early. What's the very best thing about football? Okay, and in a couple words, I want to go it again so you tell me. Best thing about football, you get to hit people. Is that it?
I think going out there with your people you grew up with, when you fought for your family, pretty much, you go out there and battle with them.
Adam, and just about everybody says that. Sometime that how the team is so important, and it's a brotherhood. It's a collection of, and you guys win together and lose together and stuff like that. What does it look like your senior year? Are you guys have a chance to be pretty good?
We should be pretty good. Obviously, we got me back. We got a good running back coming. We don't have our quarterback anymore, though, so we have to find a new quarterback. Other than that, we should be pretty solid.
Well, that's really good. Okay. Energy, the word energy is huge to me. Energy, I'm talking about, I walk in the mornings, and I also, when I want to do something like this, I build up energy because I want to do a good job. What kind of energy are you going to bring to the team this year?
I'm going to be a leader this year. Last year was hard for me because I'm only a sophomore. So me being a junior now, I'm going to try to be a leader this year.
How will you be a leader, Adam?
Working the hardest, weightlifting, practice, being vocal. Sorry.
Vocal guy?
Yeah. Me personally, I'm not, but I'm going to have to reach out to that so I can lead the team.
Yeah, but don't go overboard now.
Yes, sir.
That's not you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When few words, but they mean something and stuff. And you tell guys and stuff like that, or in the heat of the moment. That's really good. Energy is huge. Was there ever a time when, I think I said this, where you felt like, I haven't. Was there ever a time where you just felt like, oh man, I don't want to do this?
Freshman year was hard because I was playing freshman, JV, and varsity. So it was hard. And I felt like I was better than people starting varsity. But it's just hard being a freshman because we had 5 starting seniors starting off the line.
And the worst thing is, when I was many years ago, I scrimmaged against the varsity when I was a freshman. I was like 5'11", 225. And if you make a good play and the coaches hitting on you and say, hey, look, this freshman beat you.
And then you get killed. Yeah.
You're chopped liver the next play. You let a freshman beat you, man. Those guys all just smoking, man. That's good. Good memory. Okay. I'm going to come down to Miami Trace. In fact, I've been there once. You had a really good player a long time ago. I've been doing this for so long. Really good player down there. I came down to watch him. I'm going to come down and recruit you. And I want to see your best qualities. What's your best quality? Not football, not school. What's your best quality person?
I feel like I'm open to anyone. I feel like I'm kind to everyone. So it doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna be a bully. I'm not gonna pick on you guys. I'm gonna be open to everyone. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna let like pick if I see someone picking on a kid that doesn't have much or struggling. I'm just not. It's just not cool.
Yeah, stop that, right? And get it straightened out really fast. That's it's amazing. I taught school and coached. I taught school for 31 years, but boy, it's tough sometimes. Tough sometimes. Oh, usually a punk guy. I got. Okay, what do you want? I just have a few more questions. What do you want your teammates to say about you this year? What do you want them to say about you?
How hard I work is definitely one. Because people are gonna be looking at me and they're gonna follow me. So I gotta lead the team in that aspect, especially.
You got how hard you work, and they appreciate that, right?
Yes, sir.
It's really good. Okay. I'm going to finish with this. I watched your film. I watched it a couple times just today, and I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks ago. In fact, I talked to your coach, who's a friend of mine. He's got to get a little tougher. I think he's too soft, isn't he?
A little bit.
You know, I'm joking, right?
Yeah.
He's a dude, but he's a good guy. In any way, what do you have to improve on as a football player?
I need to improve my technique, pass setting especially.
How do you have to do that?
Just gotta work on it. Just work hard on it every day. Drills, one-on-ones is good to help that so you can see what you need to fix.
Good. What else? Give me a couple more.
Pad level. I feel like I play a little too high sometimes.
Yeah. We talked.
I think my bend. I think I need to bend more so I can get in spaces I probably couldn't make last year.
I agree with you, and but I will tell you this: if you can do it, it's just that you don't do it. Sometimes I'm not dissing on you or anything like that, but it's there. So if I'm watching you, well, he can do it. He may not do it every time, but he can do it. It's there, and I think that's really huge for you. And basketball, keep playing. I think that is super for offensive linemen. Well, Adam Guthrie, I'm so glad to finally touch base with you because I think you have a really good future. You know, people are going to be a little bit worried. Coaches, these college coaches, they're going to be a little bit worried about coming into the country boy and stuff like that. That's honest. I've done this 30 some years, and a lot of that recruiting is a bunch of BS. You know that?
Yes.
It really is. But get to some camps this summer and really bust it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you doing this for me. Okay.
Thank you for having me.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank you.